Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and this is a video 9 of the React interview question and answer series. So forms we will cover controlled versus uncontrolled validation, dynamic and dependent fields, performance, React hook form versus uh, formic, file uploads, multi-step form, accessibility and React client interactions. So for 10 questions, let's go. Difference between controlled and uncontrolled forms. So controlled means React owns the value through state and on change. Uncontrolled means the DOM owns it and you read by ref or form data when required. So use controlled for complex validated forms, uncontrolled when you want pure re-renders or for file inputs. How do you handle complex forms? Break the form into field components and custom hooks or use a library, put validation rules in a schema, jot, yup, design the data shape first so nested objects and arrays map cleanly to the UI. How do you validate forms? So validation on blur or change for fast feedback, and again on submit schema libraries, keep rules in one place and play well with TypeScript so clear field associated error messages. Difference between client side and server side validation. Client side is for UX, catch obvious mistakes early. Server side is mandatory for security and business rules. Always do both and map server errors back onto the form feeds. What are dynamic forms and how do you handle that? So fields that appear or disappear based on state and array of fields that user can add or remove. Use stable keys for rows and keep the validation schema in sync with the visible fields. How do you handle dependent fields? When one field drives another country, city, was the parent, reset or clear the child and revalidate, disable or clearly label the child until the parent has a value. How do you prevent unnecessary form re-renders? React hook form keeps more stale out of React render cycle if you build your own memoize field components and avoid updating one Gantt state object on every keystroke. So difference between React hook form and formic. Uh, React hook form is uncontrolled by default. Pure re-renders, smaller footprint, great with Jod. Formic is controlled, more familiar to some teams but tends to re-render more. Most new projects lean towards React hook form. How do you handle file uploads? So, file inputs are often uncontrolled React files from the input or form data. So, previous validate type and size on the client and always recheck on the server. Upload by your API or pre signed URLs and show progress. How would you build a multi step form? So keep one shared from state. Each step shows a subset of fields and validates only itself before next, shows a progress indicator and allow going back. So the next question is, how do you preserve form data between steps? So it's a simple lift state above the steps or nothing is lost when you navigate. For refresh resilience, you can also persist to session storage or the URL. Avoid unmounting steps if their local state would disappear. How do you make forms accessible? Proper labels area described for errors, logical tab order, visual focus and move focus to the first error on field submit. use role is equal to alert or area live, so screen readers announce errors. A form with React 19 actions. You can pass an async function to the form's action prop. React treats it as a transition and can reset the form. Use action state gives you pending state and the last result. For very complex forms, you still combine this with the library. So common form mistakes in interviews. So which people make. So don't claim client validation is enough. Show you understand re-render cost, mention accessibility and clear error UX. That signals senior thinking. So that's a part 9 on forms, and now you have a solid answer for controlled versus uncontrolled validation, dynamic fields, libraries, file uploads, multi-step flows, accessibility, and React 19 actions. Like and subscribe if this helps. Comment what you want next. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.